Welcome to my channel Study Point by Radha Priya, and today we will discuss about the biology part of class 10th, and our today's topic is respiration in animals. And in my previous video I told you about the respiration in animals, and we understand that the plants respire individually. All the parts of the plant respires individually, like stem respires individually, leaf respire individually, and roots also respire individually. Now we move on to our topic, which is respiration in animals. We all know that we have so many categories of animals. They have aquatic animals, we have terrestrial animals, they have unicellular animals. So how they can respire? They all have different mode of respiration. So let's understand with examples. For example, first one is amoeba. We all know that amoeba is a unicellular animal. And second point, in amoeba, exchange of gases take place through their cell membrane. Cell membrane is the respiratory organ in amoeba. Okay. And by simple diffusion, exchanges of gases take place. So we can say that amoeba is a unicellular है, और ये क्या करता है कि अपने सेल मेम्ब्रेन से ये रिस्पायर करता है by simple diffusion of gases. Okay, so this is amoeba. So we know that we all different animals have different respiratory organs. Like we can take another example of earthworm. You know what? Earthworm lives on the soil and it respires through their skin. It respires through their skin. So skin is the respiratory organ in earthworm. Now comes to the another one, aquatic animals. Aquatic animals like fish, like prawns, they have gills. We know that they have gills on their body by which they can respire, they get oxygen, and with the help of gills they are throwing the carbon dioxide out from their body. So the fourth one is, the next example is insects. Insects like grasshopper, cockroach, you know what, they have tiny holes on their body which are known as spiracles. Spiracles are the tiny holes which are present on the body of the insects, and they have air tubes which is known as trachea. They have air tubes which is known as trachea. So this trachea is the respiratory organ in insects. Okay, now comes to another example, which is land animals, or you can say the terrestrial animals like frog, dog, frog, man. They respire. We know that in human beings we have lungs as our respiratory organs. So the land animals have lungs. Lungs are the respiratory organ in land animals. Okay, so we know that what happened, that when this oxygen, when they respire, they are in respiration. We know that in breathing, as I told you in my previous video, that what is breathing? Intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide is breathing. So what will happen inside our lungs? What lungs do when oxygen comes in our body? So what will happen, that when oxygen comes in, when we inhale oxygen, it absorbs into the blood, and this blood takes the oxygen to all the parts of the body. All right, this blood takes the oxygen to all the parts of the body, to all the cells of the body, to all the tissues of our body. So this is how our oxygen, our inhaling oxygen reaches into our cells, into our tissues, into our whole body, into all the organs, reaches our this oxygen reaches in our body. So we know that now we understand that all the animals, like insects, like aquatic animals, like land animals, like earthworm जो है, they all have different respiratory organs, but these organs have three common features. Okay, these all have these all different respiratory organs have three common features. And what are these three common features? The first one is they have large surface area. All the respiratory organs have large surface area by which they can get enough oxygen which is required in our body. Okay, the second one is they have, all the respiratory organs have thin walls, so that the diffusion of gases or the exchange of gases take place very easily. Okay, and the third common feature is rich blood supply. They have rich blood supply, so that our oxygen reach to our body very quickly. Okay, if this blood supply is fast, अगर जितनी भी blood supply होगी, जितनी तेज होगी, उतनी तेजी से oxygen जो है, it will reach to our body cells. Okay, these are the common features, and this is quite important actually. This will come under 1 mark. So these are the three common features which all the respiratory organs have. Now we will study about the respiration in different animals. Now we'll start with the respiration in amoeba. As we all know that amoeba is a unicellular animal. Unicellular. And the second one is it's respired by diffusion through its cell membrane. Okay, तो अमीबा जो है एक यूनिसेलुलर एनिमल है और जो कि रिस्पायर करता है बाय सिंपल डिफ्यूजन थ्रू इट्स सेल मेम्ब्रेन. अपनी सेल मेम्ब्रेन से ही एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस ये रिस्पायर करता है. So let's discuss in detail. For example, here is a water tank. This is a water tank. Okay, now oxygen gas is dissolved in this water, and here is the amoeba. Okay, this is the amoeba, and this oxygen gas is dissolved in this water tank. Now this cell membrane, the cell membrane of this amoeba, by the process of diffusion, extract the oxygen from this water. Okay, extract, इसने यहाँ से extract किया अपनी cell membrane से इस oxygen को, and this oxygen enters into the body of the inside the body of the amoeba, and then mixes with the blood and reaches all the cells, all the minute cells of the amoeba's body. So और दूसरा function क्या करता है, यही blood जो है during respiration that carbon dioxide is produced, वी ऑल नो दैट कि हमारी बॉडी में जब भी हम रिस्पायर करते हैं, इनहेल करते हैं तो एक्सहेल भी करते हैं, तो उस एक्सहेलेशन के लिए हमारी बॉडी से क्या निकलते हैं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड। दैट कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इस अमीबा की बॉडी में भी जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है वो निकलेगा, और उसी टाइम पे रिस्पायरेशन के टाइम पे जब वो निकलेगा एंड इट मिक्सेस विद द ब्लड एंड गोज आउट इन to the cell membrane, which is the respiratory organ of amoeba, and then this cell membrane throw out this carbon dioxide inside this water tank. So this is all about the respiration in amoeba. So one more point is this, you know what, that this diffusion is successful only in small animals like amoeba, like unicellular animals, because the volume of this amoeba is very small. वॉल्यूम इतना छोटा है कि डिफ्यूजन के प्रोसेस से ही बहुत इजीली, वेरी इजीली ऑल द सेल्स गेट ऑक्सीजन वेरी क्विकली. सो बट इन लार्जर एनिमल्स डिफ्यूजन प्रोसेस इज नॉट सक्सेसफुल बिकॉज blood have to take the oxygen to very far to all the parts of our body. Suppose in human beings diffusion is not successful because हमारे ब्लड ने हमारे हेड से लेके हमारे टो तक हमारी बॉडी को ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई करना होता है, विच इज नॉट सक्सेसफुल बाय डिफ्यूजन प्रोसेस. बट फॉर दैट वी हैव अ सिस्टम इन आवर बॉडी विच इज नोन एज ब्लड सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम, जो क्या करता है हमारी बॉडी से जब हमारे लंग्स रिस्पायर करती है, हमारी बॉडी जब रिस्पायर करती है, वी इनहेल ऑक्सीजन, व्हाट विल हैपन, inhale oxygen, then it mixes with the blood, and then this blood helps the oxygen to reach all the cells or the tissues to get oxygen. Okay, ये ऑक्सीजन जो है, ये ब्लड जो है, ये हमारी जो भी हम ऑक्सीजन को इनहेल करते हैं, ये इसे हेल्प करता है हमारी सारी बॉडी तक, हमारी जितने भी सेल्स हैं, टिश्यूज हैं, वहां तक पहुंच जाए, देन वी गेट energy. Okay, so this is all about amoeba's respiration. So now comes to the respiration in earthworm. So as I told you that respiratory organ in earthworm is skin. Okay, respiration in earthworm. So earthworm जो है उसकी स्किन इतनी थिन होती है कि वो अपनी स्किन से ही एब्जॉर्ब करता है, एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस करता है, मतलब ऑक्सीजन लेता है, देन उसकी बॉडी के अंदर उसकी अपनी स्किन से वो ऑक्सीजन लेगा फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग्स, एंड देन इसकी बॉडी जो है, इसकी स्किन जो है, इट्स वेरी थिन, इट्स वेरी मॉइस्ट, सो दैट इट कैन इजीली एक्सट्रैक्ट द ऑक्सीजन फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग्स, एंड अपने अंदर जाके ऑक्सीजन अंदर जब जाती है तो स्किन के थ्रू ही ये सारी टिश्यूज तक, सारे सेल्स तक ये जो ऑक्सीजन है वो पहुंचती है, एंड देन टेक आउट द कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फ्रॉम ऑल द सेल्स एंड थ्रो इट आउटसाइड. So this is all about, this is just a very short, topic, respiration in earthworm. This is all about the respiration in earthworm. Now comes to the respiration in fish, like aquatic animals, like fish. We all know that fish have gills on both the sides. Okay, fish have gills. उसकी दोनों साइड्स पे गिल्स होती है, जिसकी वजह से फिश जो है वो वाटर से क्या लेती है, ऑक्सीजन लेती है. सो पहले क्या होता है कि फिश जो है अपने माउथ से वाटर को लेती है, टेकिंग वाटर बाय इट्स माउथ, एंड ये वाटर जो है मूव्स टू गिल्स, ये गिल्स में जाता है, एंड दीज गिल्स what they will do, they will extract the oxygen from the water, extract the oxygen from water. So what will happen, जब इसने extract कर लिया तो यही अब ये blood में जाके mix होगा, this oxygen mixes into the blood of the fish, and again कहाँ जाएगा, cells of the fish, and then what will happen, यही blood जो है, this will get what it will get, CO2, and कहाँ पहुंचाएगा उसको, to the gills में पहुंचाएगा, and then this carbon dioxide is expelling out through their gills slit. They have a slit which is known as gills slit, and through which they can expel their this carbon dioxide from the body of the fish. This is all about the respiration in fish. So here one question arises that कि अगर fish जो है अगर वो पानी के अंदर रहती है, then why does it die जब हम उसे पानी से बाहर निकालते हैं? So the answer is वो इसीलिए मतलब मर जाती है क्योंकि जो फिश जो है उसके पास लंग्स नहीं है, उसके पास गिल्स हैं, और गिल्स जो है दे कैन ओनली गेट एक्सट्रैक्ट द ऑक्सीजन फ्रॉम वाटर. पानी के अंदर जितना भी ऑक्सीजन गैस है वो पानी से लेना जानते हैं गिल्स, नॉट फ्रॉम द एयर. सो इसीलिए फिश जो है जब भी हम उसे बाहर निकालते हैं तो वो डेड हो जाती है. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द रेस्पिरेशन इन एनिमल्स. So if you like my video, please hit the like button and share my video with your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.